Hey everybody, it's Jenny and I am back to share with you another week of how I plan as I go in my Crate paper planner. I'm going to change the days of the week like I do every week at the top. This is a Sunday start planner and I prefer a Monday start. It's hard to see because I'm going to have to be honest with you. I was filming a lot of this in the afternoon, and now that it gets darker sooner, it's hard to figure that out. So you'll have to bear with me as I figure out my filming schedule to take advantage of the better light. So again, please bear with me. I really am doing the best that I can at the moment figuring this out. So I prefer Monday start. This is a Sunday start calendar, and that's cool because I am redoing the days of the week. And then because it's undated, I'm adding the dates at the top. Now, adding the dates at the top, I wasn't 100% sure I was going to like this particular design, but I decided to see how it went to go with it, if you will. And I'm leaving the end of the week blank because I'm going to do something in just a minute. But before I do that, I am going to add this strip of washi to the top. I am using a Cocoa Daisy Cranberry Rose planner kit. I will link it up in the comments below. The florals in this kit are, excuse me when I say exquisite. They are beautiful, like so sophisticated and just amazing. Now, I do feel like a little bit of a poser because they're a little bit prettier than I'm a little bit more fun and whimsical. And so using such a sophisticated kit is really sort of crazy, but it's beautiful. So I'm not bothered by it or anything. So I'm adding my decorative touches, and the first one I'm doing is in the left or the upper right hand corner, excuse me. And you can see here, this is how I'm sort of incorporating the date into this as well. I wanted to get those decorative pieces down first and then put the date over the top of it. So I'm combining the stripe sticker, the plaid washi, the hexagon, the date, and then I'm putting this little snowy tree scene, and then I'm going to add not only those things, but then I'm going to add that weekend banner as well. I am new to using the Cocoa Daisy kit, so I'm having to sort of figure out what works for me in terms of the items that are included in the kit. So that takes me a little bit longer to sort of get my bearings this week than it would normally, just because these are not the stickers that I'm used to. But there is a wide variety, and it's crazy to me how many and how much function there is. So these are some of the die cuts, and this comes in another planner kit, Cocoa Daisy. And they are beautiful. The snowflakes and the florals and the eucalyptus leaves. I mean, it's incredible. And I am just picking out the ones that I think that I would like to use to create my decorative cluster. So we've got that one in the upper right-hand corner, and then we're going to continue, but I'm picking up the ones first that I know that I won't use. Some things I just know straight away when I look at them, they're probably not for me, or maybe not for me, but I'm not going to use them this week because maybe I'm saving them for a future project. So that's where we're at here. It's pretty easy for me to usually eyeball these things. Now you can see where I've got my clusters going there, and I am going to, of course, add some more full boxes, including that Hello December, and then also taking a matching die cut and adhering it to the left-hand side, so creating sort of a mirror image. It's really pretty. I added then the eucalyptus leaves to go along with it to sort of, I don't want to say bulk it up because that makes it sound like I'm just trying to make it more full. I'm just trying to make it more decorative and pretty at the same time. And then we've got that little cluster in the bottom as well, and it's so cute. It's just really beautiful. And what's funny is that this week sort of starts out in one way, or it has a look of one thing. I feel like it's very, very sophisticated. And what's cool is that by the time I fill it in and add all my own personal touches, it really just feels so much more like me, even though the art is maybe not something that I would have normally thought would be for me. So I'm just writing in one plan for my husband at first I did a little bit of brush lettering, and then I'm going to fill it in with some text. And I just feel like I haven't been doing brush lettering at all in my planner in a long time. And what's actually odd and how I got to this point was that I wrote something in brush lettering and I was like, that doesn't look very good. So I think that I realized that I need to be practicing a little bit more regularly in order to not lose the skill or to not be happy with it. So I'll probably be trying to incorporate a little bit more into something anyway here as time progresses. So I'm still using a mild liner this week to add pops of color to my plans, and I'm still doing, okay, wait, let me back up. This sheet of stickers I genuinely love. Like, it's got such a cool feel. And then there are some beautiful icons. Like, I literally wish that we could get like all the icons to look like the ones on this sheet. They're just the coolest. I don't know what it is. So anyway, I'm still using the mild liners. Sorry, I was just really distracted by that sticker sheet. It's so cute. I'm using the mild liners to add the color because with the white sticker paper, not sticker paper, planner page, it's great. It's wonderful, obviously, but it doesn't lend a ton of color. So I'm finding that after, a few months of using the mild liners a lot, it really is adding and making it more colorful, which is obviously what I want it to be. So I'm loving that, and I don't see that changing a whole lot in the near future. I can't say that it won't change in the future, but for right now, it's fantastic and I'm loving it. And I'm also loving having the ability to match them to whatever I'm working with. So this week we're using just a medium green, and it's going really well with the rest of these colors. Although I will say I'm getting a little bit, I don't know what the word is with this whole Christmas thing, because I feel like there's really only a handful of colors that are going to match with Christmas kits. And so I'm really itching to move forward into January and have a much wider variety of highlighters at my disposal. So I just fill that in after I write with the mild liners, or I put down the box stickers. I then go over that and write with my Papermate Flair pen. I don't do it opposite with the mild liners because I don't want them to smear. And that is the case. After a few days, it doesn't smear anywhere nearly as bad, but it still does smear. And so I try not to do it that way unless I really need to, and then that's fine too. All right, so another thing I really love about this sticker kit is can you see those bullet stickers that are sitting on my desk? For some reason, I'm just really smitten with those. I bought one of the kits over the summer, and I really liked particularly those bullet points. I don't know if it's because they're sort of that clear sticker paper or what it is. So anyway, looking through the kit, seeing if I can figure out what it is I need, because again, like I said at the beginning, I'm just really trying to figure out how to use the things that are included in this kit since it is fairly new to me. Like I said, I tried one over the summer, and so that's how I knew that I liked them. But I mean, that's really my first experience with using these kits. So learning what is included is going to take a few times of using the kit. I do love the little washi strips though. There's tons of variety, and they're always a great way to just add a pop of color without going too crazy or anything like that. So now, oh my gosh, look at this. It's coming together, and this is exactly what I meant by how at the beginning I felt like it had a really specific look, and it was okay, but then by the end, once I'm getting some of the other things filled in, I'm really liking it so much more. All right, so I'm going to continue the pattern of trying to alternate sticker and writing directly on the page. My initial goal is to do that vertically within the column, but then if I can also make that happen side by side as well, I definitely will, because I prefer the alternating. But, this is a planner. It's meant to be, to work, and so I'm trying to hold it all together, and if they end up side by side where I wrote directly in the planner, so be it. It's not that big of a deal. Besides, as I always say, a little bit of variety is good. It makes your eye move around the page. It makes you not get bored with the design. So I try not to get too worked up about things in my planner. And again, there's always next week. Am I right? All right, so continuing to add some more little bits of the washi. It's one of the things that I like about this because, so yeah, I'm not putting down another decorative sticker, but it's fine because there's still really beautiful patterns and colors, and I'm able to use those strips. So I would definitely think about that for blank spaces in your own planner. All those rolls of washi that you probably have in your stash, why not use them in just tiny bits of room? Now I'm going to punch a piece of this patterned paper. It's so pretty. It's got just a gorgeous stripe and dot on one side, and the other side is this amazing snowflake pattern. I really wish I would have showed you up close how pretty it is. It's just incredible. And again, I feel like that kind of goes along with the theme of the entire kit, which is just so beautiful. But I knew that I didn't have a ton going on Wednesday, so I wanted to add another big element of decoration because otherwise I would have a lot of white blank space. So I'm really grateful for the patterned paper because with a simple punch, I am able to just add some real beauty to the page. See, now there is those little bullet point stickers that I was talking about. Love them. They're so good. They're the perfect size. I just love them. They coordinate perfectly. The thing I am really enjoying about using a new kit is that it really forces me to think a lot and change things up than what I normally do. And so I really just felt super creative this week in trying to, even though they're not vastly different, it's a new kit and a new style of stickers and stuff. And so I really felt like I was stretching myself. And I love that. It's really fun to get to be a little bit more creative. So now I did a little bit more brush lettering, and I have been pairing that with just some regular old text. I like the way that they look together, and it's a good way to, again, add a little bit more decorativeness to the planner when I do add the brush lettering. So maybe you're not a brush letterer, you don't know how, or you don't like it, or you don't want it, but you can definitely use something else. So alphabet stickers or just a different style of writing than you would normally, maybe write in all caps if you normally write in cursive, that type of thing. So I'm adding a couple more die cuts, and so I'm adhering those to the page. But before I add this little stick at the top, those flowers, I did add one of those little watercolor effect circles, just because I thought it would be really cute paired together. All right, so now we're ready to get started on the right hand side. Look at that. Now, again, remember, I am working and doing my best on the lighting. It just, with daylight savings time going away, getting it all figured out has been a challenge, to be sure, but I will figure it out. Hopefully it won't take very long and we can be back to decent lighting. All right, so we're filling in on the quarter box sticker, and quarter box stickers are always really interesting for me because I want to be able to use them, but my handwriting is really big, and so it can be kind of a challenge. I do try to write smaller though so that I can use them because so many kits and so many sticker sheets come with those quarter boxes. So, I like to try to use the things that I have, so I do try to shrink my handwriting down a little bit. On Thursday, I am notating our governor issued another stay-at-home order because of COVID, and so I'm just marking that down in my planner. COVID this year has been one of those things that I'm really documenting a lot because I know a few years from now this is going to be a huge memory, and I'm going to love seeing all the different things that went on through the year, our reality. Obviously, I'm actually not going to like thinking about the reality of people dying from COVID, but our reality and the way that things have unfolded. Love it, those colors together, that light blue and that light green, they look amazing together. I'm so happy about that. You know how something just tickles you, like when you see it in your planner, you're like, oh my God, I love that little corner or that little cluster. That's totally what that is for me. It's awesome. All right, so I am just, again, flipping through the stickers, trying to figure out where do we go from here. So where we go to is adding some lines with the mildliner and writing on top of them with the Papermate Flair. These hexagon stickers are also an interesting thing because I love them. I love hexagon stickers so much. But these have the pattern on the top and the white space on the bottom, and that's great. That's wonderful. But they can be hard to use. Now, okay, let me talk to you about this washi. So it looks like it's white with gold foil dots. Okay, I too thought like, okay, but it's more of a opaque tape. It's not totally opaque, but it's more opaque than a typical white washi would be. And I actually love it. Like, I'm going to keep it out. I'm not going to put it away when I put this kit away because I think it's really pretty great. So I can definitely see myself reaching for this in the future because of the texture is buttery. It's great. But then it just isn't like your standard white washi tape. And then with the gold foil, it really is truly gold foil too. I'm really liking that a lot. All right, so we're combining that watercolor swatch of the sticker with that floral. I just love being able to layer some of these really basic stickers with some of the more decorative stickers. I just love how it turns out. All right, so this is kind of funny. I'm writing down this activity here on Saturday, and I did this exact same thing in my regular planner, and you would think that I learned, but I didn't. I totally didn't think about it. So the email came for my son's practice, and it actually said Sunday. I just didn't read the day of the week because it's always on Saturday. So I wrote it down on Saturday in my regular planner, and then I did it again in this planner, even though I knew that it's actually on Sunday. I mean, I'm just such a creature of habit, I guess. Like, I was just, okay, I'm going to write it on Saturday because that's when it is. Yeah, no, not on Saturday. So, all right. So anyway, we are going to see how I did that right there. You've got the sticker in the middle, and then you've got the direct to paper above and below. So we've got just keeping it varied, keeping it changed up, and I just think it ends up looking the most beautiful. Now look at that. I turned the sticker on its side, so it's not orientated vertically anymore. Now it's a horizontal sticker, and then we're going to combine that with a die cut because they're a wonderful way to add another little pop of beauty to your pages. And again, I'm trying to not leave a ton of white space anymore. I figure I might as well fill these pages up and make them beautiful. I like white space, but I really like these things to be pretty and use all of my stuff to its fullest potential. So finding that adding all of the things to my planner is really the way to go. Okay, we've got one more section here, but I realized, okay, so that's what I'm going to do is draw the arrow or put the arrow sticker down from what I wrote on Saturday, and I'm going to write read your email because that was the whole point, was that I totally did not read the whole thing. I read it, but I didn't really read it, if you know what I mean. So that's where we're at right there, is just finishing that up and getting this week all complete. Thank you so much for stopping by and watching. I really do appreciate it. If you have any comments, please leave them in the box below and I'll do my best to get back to you. Thank you so much and make it a great day.